going on YouTube? This is Sanitary 103 again, promoting clean eating and a clean and healthy lifestyle. So in this video, I'm going to talk about everything that you wanted to know about custom orthotics. What to look for, what not to look for. Are they worth it? How much do they cost? Are they covered by insurance? And most importantly, do they actually work? So to make a long story short, for some of my old subscribers, they might know about my situation. But back in 2010, I ran a half marathon. I agonized in under 2 hours, hour and 47, give or take. Got this medal from the San Jose Rock and Roll Half Marathon. It's a great medal, it's a great time, but unfortunately, I actually tore my medial tibial muscle in my lower left shin. Basically, the inner part of the shin, if you can visualize it right here. Here's the shin, here's the inner part. I basically did an ultrasound and I ripped the muscle in two. Now, I've had problems with my knees and my legs for quite some time in my foot. I've had knee injuries from Taekwondo when I was like 12. I've had shin splints off and on since age 14. I'm bow-legged, I'm flat-footed, the list goes on and on. My legs are not my strong point, and I've also sprained my ankle numerous times. So after suffering from this really bad injury in which I was out for like 3 months and I wasn't even able to run consistently for about 5 to 6 months, I was like, you know what, I've heard about custom orthotics, so I'm gonna go get it checked out. So I went to this one doctor and I got the custom orthotic, which was, here's a pair right here. Now in the video I mentioned that I'm gonna go over stuff that you don't want to look for, and this is an example of an orthotic that you don't want to have. These were like $350. Most places, insurances do not cover it unless you have a pre-existing condition such as diabetes or whatnot, but definitely inquire about that. But the majority of custom orthotics are not going to be covered by insurance. So if you're going to spend the money, it should work, right? But anyway, these orthotics right here, the bottom, see, let me just grab one, if you can see that. Not bad. It's pretty hard, right? That's a good sign. Right here, it's pretty hard too. That's going to keep your leg stable. The problem is right here. See this part? It's completely flimsy. And this is useless. What this does is this doesn't do anything for the problem that I had, which was I overpronate. And for people that don't know what overpronation is picture my foot like this, okay? As I go down on the pavement, my instep goes inwards like this. It kind of pushes in. It goes like that, inwards towards my inner thigh or whatever you want to say, but it goes inwards. When you have something flappy like this, that does nothing to prevent the inward motion, and that's what I wanted. So I spent money on these and I went to the doctor. I thought it was gonna be okay. I was optimistic, and within like 2 weeks of running literally a couple miles a week, the pain was back, the shin splints were back. So the first major sign of a bad orthotic is if the top portion is pretty flimsy. The other thing that you want to inquire about prior to getting orthotics is that when you get fitted for your orthotic, it needs to be a custom mold. There needs to be some plaster Paris, as they say, and I have some right here. This is from the good orthotic, which I'm going to show you in a second. So see that? They need to shape your foot accordingly. That means that there's a better chance that it's going to be a better orthotic. This quack of a doctor right here, there was like an electronic pad or something, and I just stepped over it and they wrote down some numbers, and that was the end of it, but I didn't know. So that's another bad side, the flimsiness and the lack of molding for the orthotic. So after spending like $350 on that quack of a doctor, I was like, forget it. I started lifting, but I definitely wanted to do at least a little bit of cardio. You know, I wanted to get in some high intensity interval training at least a couple times a week. And my coworker actually and friend, you know, saw this one doctor who was a specialist with athletes, and he got this orthotic. He got the exact same one, same brand. This is from Root Lab right here. And he tried it out for a few weeks, and I was a little reluctant, and I waited for him to tell me how the results were, and they were phenomenal. Now his problems were a little bit different. They're actually worse than mine. My foot pain is mostly from, you know, running. My coworker, he would have like so much pain from just walking, in which he wouldn't even be able to go to work just from basic walking. Now I don't have that problem. He wore this, and within like 2 or 3 weeks, like 95% of his problems went away. So with that being said, fast forward, I was like, you know what, I'm convinced I'm gonna go to this doctor and I'm gonna get the orthotic. So with this orthotic, they did the custom molding like I showed before. That's a good sign. He actually wrote on my, you know, foot and it was taking measurements on my supination, my pronation. He was very precise, calculating all these numbers. I felt more confident with him. And as far as the actual orthotic goes, if you notice, it's hard at the bottom. You hear that? You hear that as opposed to, see, it's flimsy. And this good orthotic, I'm losing, I only have two hands, but look at that. It's hard as a rock. Once again, by having this prevents that overpronation that's occurring with me, or if you underpronate, whatever it may be your case, this is more stable and it definitely has helped. So one last thing before I depart, how do you wear the actual orthotic? Well, there are two methods that you can use. The first method is, I have my New Balance shoe right here. What you could do is the insole, you could strip it out. Well, actually, you have to take it out completely, first of all. Take out the insole completely. See, there's nothing in there. See that? You take out the complete insole, and let's say you come up with this, right? Then you just get your orthotic, and you just place it right inside, and the heel needs to stay down. And if you can see that, hopefully, but, you know, right in there. And then you put your shoe in, and then you just wear it. Now, it's going to take some adjustment time. It's going to feel really weird. It's going to feel like you're probably a little bit taller, which in my case is good because I'm pretty short. And it's going to feel kind of weird, and you might have a little bit of foot pain, actually. So you need to gradually use the orthotics accordingly. And the doctor will give you a regimen, like I think like 2 to 3 hours a day. And then if there's no pain, gradually work an hour, you know, or two as the weeks go by. After a while, it's going to be like clockwork. And the second alternative to wear the orthotic is, once again, you could remove the entire, you know, insole once again. And then, let's say this is the insole of the shoe. You place your orthotic up against the insole like this, and you look where the heel is right here, and you just get a little pen marker and you mark it right here. After you place the marker, and as a reminder, once again, you need to mark a little pen right where the top of the heel is, right here, that hard portion. So if you look right here on the side view like that, mark it right around here, right, with a marker. Take out the orthotic, and then where it's marked right here, you can just cut it right here. After you cut it, you can take the remaining insole of this, put it back in your shoe, and then place your orthotic in there. Hopefully that didn't confuse you. The theory behind that is, the most important part is this heel portion. This heel portion needs to be flush with your shoe. Any top portion, if you want to have it with the insole or with, you know, no insole, that's fine, that's irrelevant. But the main thing is this part cannot be obstructed. Personally with me, I've tried both methods. My coworker likes to leave the remaining insole, cut it, and leave this part at the bottom. Me, I like to take it all the way out and just put the orthotic in. It's all about personal preference. Okay, that about wraps it up. Thank you for watching another video. So in conclusion, if you're gonna get a custom orthotic, a few things you need to remember. Find out if insurance covers it. If it doesn't, you're gonna have to fork out some money. 2, ask about if they do a custom molding. Make sure that they do. 3, find a doctor that actually specializes in, you know, sports medicine / athletes. Make sure you don't get any ordinary podiatrist who doesn't know what they're doing, like the one that I had. Thanks once again for watching another video. Comments and questions are always welcome as always. See you guys next time. Bye.